Now I also wanted to explain a little bit more about the food that you can buy on the GR11 and what worked well for me. These are the basic foods that you can buy on the trail. I'll explain what these things are. So, I always go on about buckwheat, but of course you cannot buy buckwheat on the trail in small villages in Spain. You can find it in all the way at the end in Hondarribia, I think it's called, or Irun, one of those places on the west side. So if you start on the west coast, you can actually buy a kilo of buckwheat there in an Eastern European grocery store. In small villages, you can buy basically just rice and pasta. Those are like the two main grainy things that you can buy. For me, pasta didn't cut it. I didn't feel like when I ate pasta that I had like that energy that I needed to go up a mountain. So I really preferred rice. In these little villages, you can buy either the fat rice or the skinny rice. Of course, if you don't have a lot of gas for your camping stove, then you should just buy the little rice. It's called largo, I believe. That's the easy thing to cook with. So I liked rice, but of course not just rice. I always mixed it with soy meat and sometimes with peanut butter. Okay? Soy meat you can buy in Carrefour. So wherever you can find a Carrefour, you can buy. On the trail, I found one in Puigcerdà, which is kind of the middle-ish part of the trail. So I bought I don't know, 2 or 3 bags and before I left, and I ate a bunch of it, and then in Puigcerdà I bought like 2 or 3 more bags. And I really like this stuff because it's almost like meat. It's very, very light. Yeah, it takes up a lot of space in your bag, so your bag looks huge, but that didn't bother me so much because it's not that heavy, and I liked having basically some form of meat with me. Now, like I said, rice with soy meat. I like to add peanut butter to it to give it a bit more energy, to give you that oomph, okay? And sometimes I would add nuts. So of course, peanuts go well in that combination. Okay, so that's like for the main food. Now in these little shops, you can buy some vegetables. I wouldn't recommend buying something like this because it's too heavy, okay? So I just brought this now because I had it at home, and if I left it, nobody would eat it and would just go bad. So I brought it with me. I'm gonna eat it now. Something like this is good because it's light and it doesn't go bad that fast in your bag. So this is good. So in the little shops, you can buy some vegetables. You can also buy these things. I really liked these things. So when I had peanut butter on bread, or even just bread, this served as like kind of like a jam. I had never seen these before. I mean, they sell them in like all the little shops and all the shops around Spain, but I never noticed them until I did the GR11. And once I bought one, I couldn't do the trail without them, so I just kept on buying more and more. So these are really, really nice. And I think they're not too expensive, but it's really nice to have some kind of like fruity jammy thing that you can take with you up the mountain and not worry about spoiling. You can buy some granola bars on the way. I remember in Andorra there was a good selection. In some bigger shops you may have a bigger selection of nuts. Of course, some nuts are a lot more expensive than others. Almonds are pretty expensive, but I found that almonds and hazelnuts were the best in terms of how much energy they give you, how much like oomph they can give you to like get up that mountain. I found that almonds really worked. Then hazelnuts. Then I would go for peanuts, which you can also buy on the way. Then the bottom of my list, you can buy sunflower seeds, which is okay, also not too bad. Sometimes I also mix them with rice. And then walnuts, I didn't really like so much. They seem to be a popular thing, but I didn't feel like walnuts gave me much energy. I didn't feel like they gave me that like that I needed to get up the mountain. So I don't recommend walnuts or what do you call them? You know, those little white ones, the little slivery white ones. What are they called? Yeah, or other very soft nuts. So go for the harder ones, like almonds, if you can. And if you can't find any other nuts, then just go for peanuts. They're not too bad either. And I think they have a bit more fatty content. Yeah, and of course, you can buy bread on the way. I liked having bread. At home I usually don't eat bread much, but on the trail I really needed bread. And some salt. I don't know, I brought like 2 packets like this with me, and that's all I needed for like half of the trip. And then I bought like a kilo of salt because that's all they sold. And then I put like just a few grams in these little packets, and I left the other kilo by like a ski lift. So that's kind of it for the food. Now let's hope that this food will last me for as long as I need out here. So let's see. I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. I'm not gonna put this in my buckwheat. I'm gonna slice it up and put it on some bread. Yeah.